This video is brought to you by Kinetics, your career matchmakers.
I have another question from Stephanie Castada. Her husband is Syrian. Do they travel ban waiver, and does it affect the filing of her priority date?
Yeah, so that's it's section 202B2 if you want the legal opinion.
Wow,
The Nationality Act.
that's impressive, Carl.
It's called cross-chargeability. So if you're from a country like the Philippines, or it could be China or India, that has a backlog in the EB3 category, but your spouse is from another country which doesn't have a backlog, which is pretty much every other country in the world, you can use your spouse's country of chargeability. And from Syria, things are, you said Syria, right?
Yes, her husband is Syrian, so he's Syrian born.
Okay, well, it brings about another problem, but I mean, in general, Syria does not have a backlog, so you could use the country of chargeability being Syria, but the problem it brings up is there's a travel ban right now. So Syrians, I just talked to a Syrian gentleman by Skype yesterday, and we were talking about that. People are banned from getting green cards from Syria. So that could be a big problem. There is a waiver process, but it's very, very small percentage of people are getting waivers, exceptions to that travel ban, less than 2%. There was a Freedom of Information Act request recently, and the government was forced to release their internal guidelines for granting waivers. And I know we posted it on our page. I'm sure other people did that as well. But there's lawsuits going on right now about the waiver process. So, they better sit down with a lawyer and talk about that if they're going to try to immigrate somebody from Syria.
Okay, so that actually brings me to another question I want to ask all of you. We had a case recently at Kinetics. It was a Canadian nurse who wanted to. She was actually interviewed by a hospital of ours in California, and she's Canadian citizen, but she was born in Syria. Would that be an issue for her to come in on the TN if she was born in one of the countries that were banned, but coming in on the TN visa?
Well, she is now a Canadian citizen, though, right?
Yeah, she's a Canadian citizen.
So she should be fine as long as she's a Canadian citizen and coming from Canada. I haven't ever seen issues with people who are born there. Should be okay.
Maria, Carl, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so we can pass on that information.